Yo, what is good, you guys? I'm with my guy Jesse right here.
It's popping.
As you guys can see in the title, it's more of a Q&A interview. I've been asking the guys about their experience with the 100 Thieves.
Oh.
Basically, those 3 amazing days that you guys went through, and obviously that chain experience. And also, by the time you guys see this, obviously the announcement will be out, all the videos will be out. So just trying to get the behind the scenes and also the experience that you went through the first 3 days. Meeting everybody, and just to start off is like, what out of those 3 days that we did? So if you guys don't know, we did 3 days. First day was shooting on a set, second day at the compound, third day at the compound again. Jesse, what was your favorite experience through all of it? Like, what was that moment, you know, that you're like...
Favorite experience through all of it had to be the ending, the outro where he surprises us with all the chains. Just because it was such a shock, because the whole time we had thought that, he kept telling us like, it's gonna be a thing where I just, you know, say it for a year that I'm gonna get you it, but you never actually get it. And then we turn around and they're all laid out and it was a huge surprise, and it was like the ending, and we were getting our 100 Thieves jerseys, and the whole crew was there. It was the last shot of the day, or it was the first shot of the day actually. But regardless, it was the outro of the video, you know, wrap the whole entire announcement video, just perfect way to end it.
Dude,
it was a great experience to just have that opportunity.
That was awesome. So basically, like, they don't know, but you guys kind of had a hint that a chain was coming, but then they almost did a reverse on you guys, trying to convince you guys like you guys aren't gonna get it for maybe a year out, right?
Yeah.
And then I wasn't there for that part, but I heard that they made you turn around and all the chains were laid out.
We turned around, and then on top of all their trophies was 6 chains, and it was like, damn, they're really hooking it up, bro. And that whole day they hooked us up with the entire new merch line, like just hooked, like 100 Thieves just hooking it up with. And I got to be on the podcast that day.
How's that experience? Like, just sitting there, being able to talk?
At first, I'm not gonna lie, it was my first podcast, like proper podcast. I was pretty nervous. You know, we got a couple drinks going a little bit, and then it helped, you know, calm the nerves, and I had a really good time. I think it went well. We split it off into 2 segments, like one for 20 minutes and then another 40 minutes. So the second half was better in my opinion. So if you do watch it, you know, keep that in mind.
Yeah, watch it all the way through the end.
It gets good.
It gets good. I was there in the beginning for a little bit for your podcast. You were nervous. It was just like your first like
I was nervous,
podcast.
bro. And it was Nate's shot, like I
but
don't
you
really know
were very
him.
smooth, man. Like after you got into it, it was just like a more conversation rather than like.
Well, yeah. Usually, like, you can't always tell when someone's nervous, but. Yeah, I was sweating.
You're sweating.
I could feel the sweat on my armpits.
Yeah, so the next question I gotta ask is, you know, just take us through your experience day 1. You know, like you pulled up, you got to the set. Actually, we shot on a set that we've used.
Yeah.
For the you guys used for the back to school.
Day 1 for me was the quickest. I wrapped up my scenes the fastest because most of the scenes were individual. Did it at the set. That day was really chill. I went home pretty early because I finished all my shoots. But just seeing the 100 Thieves team, you know, instantly got a very intense COVID test that touched my brain. That was painful. But besides that, it was a fun day. You know, a good way to start off the week. It was the easiest, quickest day, I would say, but it was a good experience, you know, just filming that. It's an easy day. I didn't really have to do too much that day.
Well, your scene, by the announcement, your scene was the bull, like the trampoline with the dunk.
Yeah, I was like the intro and the outro kind of thing.
The intro and the outro vibes, okay.
And then we also did an interview. They're having like a loop series.
How was that?
It was good. They asked me like, I thought they were gonna ask me about like my stuff, but it was mostly like all about 2Hype, everyone's questions. So I mean, which I'm always happy to talk about, but in a way I kind of wanted to be more
about you,
because it was like introducing Jesser, but I mainly talked about 2Hype, but it was dope. Like it was a good interview.
Also, another thing that I thought was dope is that throughout the 3 days, this is more behind the scenes, but Nate's kept on asking you about like, oh yeah, how old are you, Jess? Like, oh, 21, and like, oh, your house, you know, like talk about it, like, oh, this and that. He's like, oh, you know, you own the house, and you're like, yeah, and he's like, good for you. Every single time he'd be like,
Nate Shot is very supportive.
Yeah, like he was so proud almost. It wasn't even like.
He's the ultimate CEO for an esports company because he just gets what the creators want. He gets what the players want. Like
he cares.
He's goated as a CEO, and just like I just love working with his company, and just like I just love that he's the CEO, like the top dog at 100 Thieves. Like even like we did, and I'm like guaranteed we unplugged some shit where we were. Me and Nate Sean, I was like, bro, think we should check on that. He's like, who the fuck cares? Someone will figure it out. I'm like, okay, this is the head of the company, so what he says goes.
Yeah,
so
he's so chill.
Yeah, and I just look up to him, like him making his own company and everything. Like his business side is really cool, and I've always known him growing up, like watching YouTube. So it's just dope interacting with him. He's a cool guy, and he always hypes me up too, which is nice.
he really hypes Jesse. He loves you, Jess, man. Like,
oh, he loves Mitchell. Mitchell's his favorite.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying like, "Yo, Mitchell is so funny."
Yeah, he loves Mitchell.
Yeah, no, it really is cool to see Nate with having so many things going on throughout the day. He's very calm and very present, almost like
he's very in the moment.
In the moment, yeah. So other than that, day 2, what was your first impression of the have you been to the compound before that?
It's my first time in the compound. The compound is literally like a dream. If one of my company pops off ever, that I'd have a compound like that. That's a dream goal one day, and it's the sickest place ever. I think like it's just the most dope spot for a company like that. Having a compound is unreal. It's sick. It's just such a cool spot. So it's so big. They have all the rooms. They have gaming setups everywhere for the pro teams. They got big kitchen. They cater every day, man. They're living good, 100 Thieves.
Yeah, take care of the workers and their members.
Facts. They hook it up.
What part of the compound was your favorite, to be honest? Like what room was kind of?
I like the media room with the screen, the wall, the podcast room.
Oh yeah,
that room is just unreal.
Yeah, the
technology in there and everything they got set up is just A1, like top quality. So I'd say that room.
And then we just got a few more questions for you. In regards to so the second day came, you showed up to the compound. What did you think about the production? Obviously, this is probably the second time you've experienced that kind of production where everybody's mic'd up. Oh, actually, you've been on other sets, have you?
Yeah, I've done a decent amount of production like that, just because when I did the champ show and then a couple other things. But having that production, it's like that's where we want to get to on 2 Hype one day. So it's just like we're learning from them. Like that's one of the reasons we signed with 100 Thieves, so we'd have like access to an awesome team like that.
Yeah.
And just high production. I love high production. I love everyone being mic'd up. Like I can't wait till our production gets higher on 2 Hype and all of that.
Oh hell
so
yeah.
it's definitely the best. Like, high production's lit.
Also, I got to ask something. Everybody there on their side was good vibes. Even like the camera,
they have an awesome
Steven, the talent manager. It was just
they have an amazing group of individuals.
You know what's funny? I brought this up already, and we talked about this already. But the point at the end of one of the videos, where you're saying basically, the shout out to 100 Thieves for letting us use the compound.
Oh,
then,
in the outro?
Yeah, and then Nate was like,
You are
100 Thieves.
Yeah, so yeah, at the end I was like, thank you to 100 Thieves for letting us use it. And I'm like, and then Nate Shot was like, you are 100 Thieves. And I'm like, yeah.
Technically,
I didn't know what to say.
It's like your office now. Like the compound is a part of like, well, we don't know.
We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we're actually.
Hey, they said use it whenever you want. So.
And then one of the last things I want to talk about is that I know that they're starting up. They have a lot of esports team. They're starting up LA Thieves. How exciting is it going to be for you to not only like see it in person, but now support your own organization?
I used to like I love supporting a team and like rooting for it, especially now me and all the guys can root for 100 Thieves together. Like I'm a huge fan of Valorant. Gonna really support their Valorant team, their Call of Duty. Like I want to watch all the championships. I want to watch all the big games. Like I just can't wait to just root for them and just feel like a part of something bigger. And
then the last question I'm asking is basically like 100 Thieves, even though that they're really high up there in the successful, it almost seems like they are barely getting started. Especially all the things that's going on. And 2 Hype is the same thing. Like you guys are like, this is the biggest 2 Hype has ever been, of course, but it almost seems like it literally is just a start, and bringing 2 together.
This is the new beginning.
It's like new starts. What are you most excited about, and like how do your both strengths kind of work together to make it almost a stronger unit?
I'm most excited to just take advantage of all of their production and all of their resources, because they have so many big resources and different things like that. So really taking advantage of those resources is going to be my number one thing I'm most excited for in the partnership. And then just, I'm excited to fully embrace the family, be part of it, root for it, just full on be as engaged as possible.
The thing I gotta add is it almost seems like 2 Hype right now as a creative, you guys are so great with being creative. Like the ideas that you guys create, the chemistry, the fan base, it almost seems like what 100 Thieves is bringing is the business side behind it.
Yeah.
And so like you guys could just focus on being creators, and they can provide like, oh, if you guys ever need help with this, if you guys need help with production.
It's just helping us take everything to the next level.
Next level, because they're good at this, and they're good at creative too, but they got this nailed down. Plus,
and we don't have that
nailed down yet,
so,
right? So it's like putting that together allows you guys to go even further. So Jess, I appreciate you for sharing, you know, this information. I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Another thing I gotta add, bro, as I was editing the photos throughout the 3 days, seeing you guys, like, especially the group photos, right? I was just genuinely happy to see you guys.
It's
like,
a big moment.
I was just behind the scenes, just like looking at you guys. You know, 1, you guys are having fun. 2, meeting great people. 3, you guys just f***ing partnered and signed with 100 Thieves. Like,
that's insane. I still can't believe it. Like, I'm signed to 100 Thieves. I'm signed to an esports team.
What? What is
what?
Good? What is good?
That's gold.
So,
I'm so excited.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, my man, on a big milestone. So much more to come. I'm excited to just watch and see you guys grow and, you know, just root for you guys, man.
My guy, you've been here on the journey.
Yeah, of course. Make sure you guys go check out Jesse's link. Of course, will be down in the description down below. Until next time, you guys,